Nearly $150,000 a year. That's what more than 1 in 4 American workers say they need to earn to feel financially secure. However, as of mid-2026, the median full-time worker is earning just over $64,200 for the year.
With affordability a top concern, of course, for many Americans, new numbers reveal more people are digging into their savings and falling behind on low payments as they try to keep up.
A Credit Karma survey revealed that 78% of Americans say they don't feel financially secure.
Nearly half of Americans are now worried about their savings, more worried now than they were a year ago, according to a new poll by Bankrate.com about consumers' financial security, or these days, insecurity.
This financial strain affects people across almost every income group. As a result, many people are working 2 jobs just to cover their everyday needs.
More now on the economy and a troubling trend. Over a third of U.S. workers now hold multiple jobs just to keep going.
The stress of managing everyday money has reached high levels. A recent CNBC survey discovered that 70% of Americans feel stressed about their personal finances. They believe they are unlikely to ever feel completely financially stable in their lifetimes. So if you feel financially insecure, you are not alone. But the question we must answer: why are so many Americans living paycheck to paycheck, and what can you do about it? Let's do the actual math to prove why a typical family cannot survive on a normal income. Imagine a small family of 4, 2 parents and 2 kids, living an average life in a standard U.S. town. First, they have rent or a mortgage, which costs $1,635 a month. Then comes childcare at $1,419. Transportation, including gas, car payments, and insurance, adds another $1,452. Healthcare, including insurance and medicine, costs $1,404. Basic groceries come to $1,082. Finally, other essential needs, such as utilities and clothing, add another $844. When you add up just these basic necessities, the total comes out to exactly $7,836 every month. So the problem is, if you take that monthly necessity bill of $7,836 and multiply it by 12 months, this small family needs $94,032 a year after taxes just to clear the baseline. Then, when you add federal, state, and payroll taxes, this family actually needs to earn over $106,000 a year just to pay for basic survival. And you must remember the reality check from the beginning of our video, that the median full-time worker in America earns just over $64,200. The math reveals a massive, terrifying gap of more than $41,000 a year.
A new study finds that U.S. wages still have not caught up with inflation. According to Bankrate's 2025 Wage to Inflation Index, Americans are earning 1.2 percentage points below the rise in the cost of living over the past 4 years.
This is the exact proof of the problem. A single median paycheck does not even cover the basic costs of holding down a home, keeping a car running, and feeding 2 kids. The system is structurally built in a way that forces families to fall behind.
Many people live in what I describe as at break even. Over the course of the year, they might make enough money to pay for basic living expenses and cover their bills. But if one major thing happens, then they can get behind.
Because of this, millions of workers in the U.S. have been forced to take on a second or even a third job.
1,000 people in the United States work 2 full-time jobs. That's 80 plus hours a week, and this is a failure.
According to reports tracking the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the number of Americans holding multiple jobs now hovering between 8.7 million and 9.3 million workers. This is a massive structural shift in how people survive.
Employers take note. According to one survey, almost all workers are always hunting for a new job, with nearly 2 in 3 workers looking for another job within the first 3 months of starting.
When your regular paycheck cannot cover basic survival, you only have one choice left. You turn to credit cards just to get through the month. This has created a massive, dangerous bubble. Total American credit card debt has officially crossed a staggering $1.25 trillion.
Americans are now carrying a record $1.25 trillion in credit card debt.
The average credit card interest rate is now sitting at a brutal 21% to 22%. If you carry a balance, you aren't just paying for your past purchases, you are paying a massive, unproductive penalty every single month. Millions of Americans are losing hundreds of dollars a month just to cover the interest. It is an invisible tax that keeps the working class stuck in a loop they cannot escape. So how did we get here? The answer is simple: housing. Data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York reveals the ultimate proof of this trap.
A new report from the New York Fed says total household debt reached a record $18.6 trillion from July through September.
People are not using credit cards to buy luxury vacations or designer shoes. Instead, fresh surveys show that 53% of Americans carry credit card balances to cover daily necessities like groceries and basic childcare. Because of this, credit cards have become the silent safety net keeping families afloat. But that safety net comes with a massive penalty.
Overall, consumer spending is up. That's good for the economy. What's not so good is that people are paying higher prices and higher interest rates, and lower income households and younger Americans under the age of 39 are simply falling behind on their payments.
According to data from the Federal Reserve, delinquency rates for young cardholders are climbing faster than any other age group. They cannot keep up with the double whammy of high prices and 21% interest rates. When you look closely at the math, it makes perfect sense. Younger workers have not had decades to build up savings or buy cheap real estate. They are living the crisis in real time. For Americans under 39, the credit card is no longer a convenience. It has turned into a high-interest trap that is actively keeping them from ever achieving true financial security. And now we come to the most important question we need to answer: how to face all of this? The answer is surprisingly simple. Right now, a massive wave of the workforce is leaning into a specific 3 small steps. The very first step is an economic lifestyle shift taking over social media platforms: loud budgeting.
Well, now a practice called loud budgeting is helping some people to do just that. And it all started with a video posted on TikTok as a joke.
Instead of spending money to keep up with friends, people are openly saying, "It's not in my budget right now." By removing the pressure to spend, they avoid unnecessary debt and save more. In fact, a study from Bank of America reveals that 42% of Gen Z workers are actively adopting loud budgeting tactics to protect their cash from leaking out. Once cash flow is stabilized, the next focus is where that money sits. Leaving savings in a traditional bank account means losing purchasing power to inflation. Traditional savings accounts pay a national average interest rate of just 0.38%, with some legacy banks offering a pathetic 0.01%. That means keeping $1,000 in a basic account for a full year generates less than a single dollar. To counter this, a growing number of savers are migrating their funds into high-yield savings accounts. These are federally insured online accounts currently offering yields between 4% and 5% interest. The math is simple. That exact same $1,000 balance in a high-yield account generates up to $50 a year in passive returns. To build this buffer seamlessly, many individuals use automated banking features to route a fixed percentage of their income, even just $15 a week, directly into a high-yield account the morning they get paid, removing the temptation to spend it. The final pillar relies on acknowledging a tough reality. A single traditional job rarely keeps pace with macroeconomic shifts. Because corporate wage growth remains stagnant, waiting around for a standard 2% annual raise will not offset rising prices. Instead of taking on exhausting secondary retail shifts, millions of younger adults are building what economists call income stacking frameworks. This means using evening hours to develop digital leverage, like remote freelance consulting, software coding, video editing, or launching independent online channels. Under this model, workers use their primary day job to secure baseline necessities like rent and groceries, while channeling 100% of their digital side revenue to aggressively wipe out high-interest credit card balances. Once a credit card balance hits zero, that punishing 21% interest penalty completely vanishes, allowing workers to keep their hard-earned money. The data shows a real structural gap between average wages and the cost of basic survival in America. While everyday consumers cannot control major macroeconomic trends or interest rate hikes, they can completely control the playbook they use to navigate the system. By managing lifestyle debt aggressively, setting transparent boundaries with social circles, maximizing bank interest yields, and diversifying income streams through independent digital tracks, it is entirely possible to step off the financial treadmill. That is how everyday workers are breaking the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle and building a solid financial foundation that lasts.